Hello guys and welcome to the Apex Salesforce tutorials. Today we are going to learn about some integration questions which are asked in interviews for Salesforce. First of all, we'll go with what is integration. Integration is a process of connecting two applications. A typical enterprise uses many applications, many or most of which are not designed to work with another out of the box. So integrating separate but related related apps helps the organization achieve greater levels of operational consistency, efficiency, and quality. Each application can have business logic, data, presentation, and security level layers, all of which are possible targets for integration. Now let's move forward to our second question in what are possible ways to integrate with Salesforce and for Inforce.com. The three ways which we have to integrate with Salesforce are user interface integration, business logic integration, and data integration. What is user interface integration? It combines the UIs of two or more apps to create composite apps with little or no rework on the UI of each individual app. One example is using Force.com and Canvas. Second is business logic integration. It uses Apex Web Services for inbound and Apex callouts for outbound. It typically handles a scenario where business logic is spread across several applications to implement the complete end-to-end business process. An example would be building complex logic on the data received before committing it into Salesforce. Now, what is data integration? It uses SOAP APIs and REST APIs. It typically handles data synchronization requirements where one application in an enterprise acts as the primary source for a particular business object like account. Now, third question is what is web services? Web services is a functionality or code which helps us to do integration. Web services are open standard, whether XML, SOAP, HTTP, etc. based web applications that interact with other web applications for the purpose of exchanging data. Web services can convert your existing applications into web applications also. Now, web services is a quite important point in Salesforce integration interview. So please read more about this. Now, our fourth question is what is protocol? Protocol is a set of mutually accepted and implemented rules at both ends of the communication channel for proper exchange of information. Now, our next question is how many types of APIs are available in Salesforce? There are many types of APIs, but we will be discussing about a few of them only. The types of APIs which are available are REST API, SOAP API, Bulk API, Streaming API, Metadata API, Chatter REST API, User Interface API, Analytics REST API, Apex REST API, Apex SOAP API, and Tooling API. We'll discuss about a few only in this video. Now we'll go with what first is REST API and when to use REST API. REST API provides a powerful, convenient, and simple REST-based web app services interface for interacting with a Salesforce. Its advantage includes ease of integration and development, and it's excellent choice of technology for use with mobile applications and web projects. For certain projects, you may want to use REST APIs with other Salesforce REST APIs to build a UI for creating, reading, updating, and deleting records, including building UI for list views, actions, and dependent pick list, and also user interface API. To build a UI for chatter, communities, or recommendation, we use Chatter REST API. If you have many records to process, we consider using Bulk API, which is based on REST principles and optimized for large sets of data. Now, when to use SOAP API? Our next question is when to use SOAP API. SOAP API provides a powerful, convenient, and simple SOAP-based web services interfaces for interacting with Salesforce. You can use SOAP API to create a retrieve, update, or delete records. You can also use SOAP API to perform searches and much more. We use SOAP API in any language that supports web services. For example, we can use the SOAP API to integrate Salesforce with your org's ERP and finance systems. You can also deliver real-time sales and support information to company portals and populate a critical business systems with customer information. Our next question is when to use Chatter REST API. We use Chatter REST API to display chatter feeds, users, groups, and followers, especially in mobile application. Chatter REST API also provides a programmatic access to files, recommendation topics, notifications, data.com purchasing, and more. Chatter REST API is similar to APIs offered by other companies with feeds such as Facebook and Twitter, but it also exposes Salesforce features beyond Chatter. Now, our next question is when to use streaming API. We use the streaming API to receive near real-time streams of data that are based on changes in Salesforce records or custom payloads. For Salesforce records changes, Salesforce publishes notifications when the changes occur. For custom notifications, you can publish event messages. Subscribers can receive notifications using Comet-D, an implementation of the BACS protocol that simulates push technology. Clients can subscribe to some types of events with Apex triggers or declaratively with process builders and flows. We have discussed some of the important APIs. You can learn about others also by searching through Google. But we'll be discussing we discussed few important APIs in this video. Now we'll go to next question. What is call-in and call-out? Call-in is used to exposing our web services to another system, while call-out enables you to tightly integrate your Apex with an external service by making a call to an external web service or sending an HTTP request from Apex code and then receiving the response. Now we learn about how SOAP can be accessed. SOAP can be communicate with through WSDL file. Without WSDL file, we can't do integration, and message format in SOAP is XML. How can we generate a WSDL file? We can generate WSDL file by going to setup, develop, and then Apex classes. Click on Apex classes and then click on generate WSDL button, and then generate WSDL code from class, and then save it as a .wsdl file in your system. Now, another important question which comes mostly in interviews for integration are what is remote site settings? Remote site settings is used to authorize the endpoint and allow us to whom integrate end user with. This is a simple and concise answer for this question, and you can either stick with it or you can do more research over it. Another question is how many ways are there to for XML parsing? There are only two ways for XML parsing, which are XML streams and XML DOM, DOM. How we can read a root element in XML DOM? We can read it using the get root element. How can we read a child element in XML DOM? We can read it through get child element. And how we can read all child elements in XML DOM? We can do it through get child elements. Now these are some of the basic questions which are asked during the Salesforce integration interview question, and we'll bring more questions in the future. Please like, subscribe and comment for more such videos, or also if you want any other type of specifically based on different topics, you can comment those down and we'll bring more questions related with them in interview aspects. Till then, take care and goodbye.